Okay, good evening. So welcome to the speaking portion of the IELTS mock exam, which is being taken place at Spot 1 Education Center in Jazza.
Alright.
So I will be your examiner for this part of the test, and my full name is Hamzaif Tassamkhon. So can you tell me your full name, please?
This is Fazliddin Giyosov.
Okay, so there are three parts, part 1, part 2, and part 3, and before each part I will give you some instructions, okay?
Okay.
So now if you are ready, we'll start with part 1.
Of course.
Okay, so let's first talk about what you do. Do you work or study?
I'm a teacher at an English school and I love my work.
Okay, so how easy is it to get this kind of work in your country?
It's one of the hardest jobs possible in Uzbekistan because I am thankful that I work at an English school, private institution, but people working at regular schools, first of all, they don't get a lot of salary, and at the same time, they have to be burdened with a lot of paperwork. So it is considered a hard job.
Okay, so how important is it to you to have work that you love doing?
No, that's the priority for everyone if you want to enjoy your life, because without loving your job, without loving what you do, it's impossible to really get a happy life. So it's one of the most important things in life.
Okay, so now let's move on and talk about cakes and other sweet things, okay?
All right.
So did you enjoy cakes and sweet things when you were a child?
As a child, I really loved eating sweet things, especially chocolates full of sugar. But my parents somehow restricted me. But I really loved them.
So why did she restrict?
Probably they were careful about my health, because we know that too much sugar is really harmful for health. So they probably know that, but I did not know that when I was a child. So our parents know better.
Okay, so have you ever made a cake yourself?
No, I knew that I would not be able to make one. So instead of getting into disaster by trying my hand at making a cake, I have always preferred to buy one. So that's not my thing to make a cake. So yeah.
Okay, great. So now let's move on and talk about sunglasses. Okay, so how often do you wear sunglasses?
In the hot sunny days of summer, I can't imagine my life without sunglasses, because my eyes are quite sensitive to sunlight, so I have to wear them every day. But in cloudy days of winter and spring, I really don't need to wear them.
Okay, great. So would you spend a lot of money on sunglasses?
Well, in the past I didn't, but nowadays, yeah, I have to be picky about my sunglasses, because not all sunglasses can protect your eyes from the light of the sun. So I have to choose the best quality sunglasses if I happen to go to the shop which sells sunglasses.
Okay, great. So would you buy sunglasses for someone else?
No, I would never do that, because you can't be sure about their taste of sunglasses. Especially if I happen to go to an optician's shop, I have to spend ages choosing a good pair of sunglasses for myself. So I would imagine. I would imagine the person for whom I am choosing the sunglasses, and if they don't like it, they have to pretend to like it. So which is I would not really like to give them such a hard time. So yeah, I would never do that.
Okay, nice. So let's move on and talk about studying geography.
All right.
So, did you enjoy studying geography at school?
Of course, I loved it. It's mainly due to my teacher who taught me the ABC of geography at an initial stage of my secondary school, and he did a really great job in forming my basic understanding of how geography works and the importance of geography. So it's because of him that I became really passionate about learning geography.
Okay. So, do you use the things that you have learned in geography classes right now?
I wish I could say yes, but I don't really need to use my knowledge of geography at all, because we don't really need to navigate using paper maps. In the past, when I was kid, my teacher taught me how to use paper maps, but we never need to use them. But when it comes to other types of knowledge I got from geography classes, I often talk to my students about the capital cities of different countries, and when it comes to those times, when it comes to these times, I always use my knowledge, and my students always. My students always, get carried away by how much I know about the capital cities of different countries around the world.
Okay, thank you. So this was the last question in our
All right.
speaking part 1, and now let's move on to part 2. Now I'm going to give you a topic, and I'd like to discuss with you. So, a time when you went to a street market to buy something. Okay, so and you should say where the market was and why you chose to go to the street market and what you bought from the street market, and explain how you felt about the experience of going to the street market. So now I've already sent the topic.
Okay.
So you have a minute to prepare. Okay, so now your time is up, and if you are ready, so now you can start. Please do not worry when to stop. So now you can start.
All right. That was the time when I had to buy a laptop for myself, about 4 years ago, and back then I did not have a lot of money, so my budget was limited. So I could definitely not afford to buy a brand new laptop for myself. And I actually weighed up all of my options, and I asked one of my friends who knew something, who knew the tricks of the trades about how to find the best product. And he suggested going to a street market in his local area where they sold previously used objects, and among these previously used second-hand objects, you can he said that I could find some good bargains, and I took his advice and I went to that place. And when I saw that it was just an open air market where they laid down all of their all of the old electronic gadgets. Among them, there were laptops, household appliances, and telephones, and there was the pack of a lot of things. And I walked through all of these things, and I saw there was a well preserved laptop at an affordable price, and I asked the salesman how much it would cost, and he offered a ridiculously cheap price for the laptop, and I went for that. First of all, I hesitated to buy it because, how can you find such a bargain for such a product? And finally, when I bought that, I ended up getting one of the best computers, but the previous owner had used it in the right way, so I used it for about 3 years before I got my first brand new laptop.
Okay, thank you. So, do you enjoy shopping in street markets?
Not all the time, but sometimes you can find products that have been you can find products that are previously used but kept in good conditions, and some street markets offer relatively low prices. So you can, if you have limited budget, it's one of the best choices to make to go to a street market.
Okay, thank you. So this is the end of part 2, and now let's move on to part 3. Before that, can I please have this? Okay, thank you. So we've been talking about a time when you went to a street market to buy something, and I'd like to discuss with you one or two more general questions related to this topic. So let's consider first of all shopping habits. So can you tell me about the most popular kinds of places to shop in your country?
Traditional markets are probably the most attractive shopping places for people in my country because, as I said before, they offer low prices compared to the supermarkets. And if you want to go shopping for clothes, also you can go to a traditional market, and where you can find a wider range of products at a relatively low price. So they are more popular among people, and our people are not really used to going to supermarkets and big shopping malls. So traditional markets are the most crowded places for shoppers.
Yeah. Okay. So why do some people prefer small shops or to largest department stores?
Because these small shops are usually conveniently located, because these small shops that you're talking about are often local shops where people within walking distance from people's homes, and they really don't need to go to take a taxi or drive to these places. Instead, just go out of their home and go to the shop and buy the product. And this offers great convenience. People take this convenience, and you have the option, the low price and better quality, and shorter time and shorter distance. Some people choose the second option and go for the small local shop.
Okay, so what about you? Which one do you prefer?
My personal choice. I also go to a small shop in my local area because in my local area they don't the prices in that shop is not very high, and the quality of the products are very good. I think it's better for me to stick to small local shops as long as I'm not buying a lot of things, and as long as I just have to buy one thing or two, or just a piece of bread or a kilo of potato, so I'd go to the small shop.
Okay, nice. So what's the difference between going shopping with other people and going shopping alone?
It largely depends on people. For some people, going shopping alone could be boring and the meandering activity where people have to go through a lot of choices and where people don't they feel really indecisive about what to buy. And people who are afraid of getting manipulated by the shopping assistant usually choose someone to accompany them while they're doing the shopping, because they don't want to be manipulated. And when you are shopping with someone else, you can ask that person whether the clothes that you buy, or whether the piece of clothes that you buy, or something that you are buying for yourself fits you or not, and you have someone who can give an objective view. But we can say that we can say that the people who are in the shop, when they want to assist you, they want to persuade you to buy their products. No matter how ugly it looks, they say that you look as handsome as the prince of the world. So
that's what they do. Yes.
Yeah, that's their job. They want to get you to buy their things. So instead, you can take some of your friends and ask their opinion.
Okay, so do you agree that special offers in shops and markets are not always good value for money?
Yeah, I agree with the part that not always, because sometimes these when shops or markets are offering sales, they are usually selling something that have been left in their stores for a long time. For example, the pieces of clothes that are no longer in fashion. Or and you can also when shops offer relatively low prices and discounts for their products, let's say clothes, you can be suspicious about their activity, because today they are offering discounts for their products, which means that even with the discount, they're making good profit. And people with this skeptical view, people who are always cynical about those business people, say that they're still getting profit from by offering you this discount, and other times when they are not offering discounts, they could be ripping you off. So that could encourage more suspicious behavior among people. So that could backfire sometimes.
Okay, so why do you think some shoppers are willing to pay high prices for designer brands?
We are living in a materialistic world where we want to show off what we have. For example, when we buy the clothes from the top brands, we can show it to our friends, our followers on social media, that I bought this product despite its high cost, high price, and this is probably something that encourages people to buy things no matter the cost. And at the same time, they may have some brand loyalty. For example, let's say people who always buy products from Gucci or Adidas, they stick to their brands and they want to support the brand that they are loyal to by ignoring the relatively expensive price.
Okay, so what do you think is the reason for the growth of online shopping?
Most important reason here is the convenience it offers, because you can look if you go to an online shopping platform, you can choose all ranges of products, and when you click on a certain product, they even offer more products similar to your choice, and you can go through them and you can choose one of them. And this is one of the conveniences, and there's not a shopping assistant who is urging you or trying to persuade you to get that. And at the same time, these shopping platforms offer door-to-door delivery, and you don't really need to go to the physical market to buy it, and you don't need to actually go from one shop to another to make sure to get the best product. And also, some of these shops offer after-sale service for their clients, for the technologies, or if you buy a piece of clothes that doesn't really suit you, that you can get it back. You can decline the product, and they will offer you the compensation for this. So by going for online shopping, you're losing nothing.
Okay, thank you. This was the last question in our speaking part 3 as well as in our speaking exam. Thank you.